चलो मैं फिर से बता देता हूँ. So in the 3 test class you have to identify with this example what is the SCO, what is the DCO, right? And then you have to apply this formula. So how to apply this formula? The formula according to problem you can note it down. These are changing the position as compared to DC is changing the as compared to the parent. This is changing the Z plus is changing the order. That's why Z you always will keep into the center. I will give you some more problem, and also in the mock test you will get such kind of problems. So how to calculate the map distance? You have to take all kind of SCO. For example, in this example, you can see the SCO is 1, 2. Am I audible to all of you?
Yeah, sir.
And then
Yes,
this SCO 1. So how many SCO? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 SCO and 2 DCO. Then all you have to take into the account and then into 100 upon total. Right? What is the coefficient of coincidence? And see if you are able to calculate, then only you can calculate the interference. Because nowadays they are asking the interference. Getting my point? So observed DC frequency, expected DC frequency, and expected DC frequency. How you can calculate the expected DC frequency? This is very important. So you can take what? Z to Y SCO frequency and XZ SCO, only SCO, no DCO. Okay, दोनों को मल्टीप्लाई करना है. SCO क्योंकि आपको डिस्टेंस कहां से XZ की करना है, किसकी करना है? X to Z. X to Z and Z Y, both SCO you have to multiply. Then you are getting the expected DCO frequency. This is the unique point. And observed will be given. Observed will be given. So observed DC frequency. So DC frequency you can calculate from this. For example, 1, 2, 3 upon 1062 into 100. Okay, so you can calculate. This will be the observed DC frequency, right? Okay, and what will be the expected DCO? How will you calculate?
sir. Yeah.
Only DCO, observed DCO. So 1 plus 2 only. Right, and then expected DCO. So interference will be 1 minus C. What is the interference? By definition, what you can tell? Interference is the exactly gap between the actual map distance and observed. So suppose by the formula you are calculating there is a 20 centimorgan map, but theoretically this is 20.5. Okay, so this is the gap. So sometimes they can give you the such kind of example, right? What kind of example? Means they can give you a calculated map distance is 20 centimorgan and observed map distance is 20.5. So what will be interference? Interference will be 20.5 minus 20. Interference I will be 0.5. Okay. Otherwise, if you are calculating from these data,
Sir, can you repeat this once, sir?
they can directly give you the calculated data because we are calculating separately now observed DCO frequency and then we are calculating expected DCO, then we are getting 0.5 suppose, right? 0.5. Then we are calculating the real interference. 1 minus 0.5 is equal to 0.5. But directly they can revert back the data, and directly they can give you the data like this. Suppose observed distance, observed map distance is 20 centimeter, right? Okay. Sorry, 20.5, and calculated map distance is 20 centimeter. Then what will be the interference? Why this is a gap? So this gap can be calculated
1
according to
minute.
the
Yeah, okay.
interference.
Sir,
1
can
minus.
you tell me how to calculate the expected DCO using the formula x minus x SCO into z
No, no,
minus
not
y?
this is not x minus.
Okay,
XZ
x2 is
SU.
z. X2 is z. Okay.
X2Z SU.
Okay.
And
So
this
how
is
to take the
Z2Y.
value from the table, sir? How will you take the value, sir?
Plus X plus Z plus.
No. From the table, no, sir. We are having
From the
x.
table I am talking.
Yeah,
You have
that
to
is
see
what.
Y
Just
minus.
from.
This is
Okay.
X. You can see here in the
It
first.
should be x plus and z plus, sir.
SC. SC only you have to take, not DCU. Okay. You have to take the DCU only.
Okay,
Sorry,
sir.
SCU only.
SCO alone.
You have to
So it
include
is
this one.
26 plus 61 plus 32 plus 58. Correct, sir?
Right. And then similarly you have to take for the
So
Z
how to
value.
take for Z2Y? Z2Y won't come there, sir.
ZY
How
means
to do
Z
that, sir?
plus Y plus. X will be minus.
Oh, Z plus Y plus. 58. 58 alone it's there, sir. Z plus Y plus.
So
Other
alone
everything Z plus
you
Y
will
plus is
take.
not there.
Alone you will take,
Okay.
and you will exclude this data into this data, XZ.
Okay, sir. So it is just 26 plus 61 plus 32
Yes.
into 58. Correct, sir?
Right.
Okay.
This
Yeah, understood, sir. Understood.
Okay. And then you just you have to deduct one. Whatever the value you get, deduct from 1. Then you get the interference.
Sir, I have another doubt. So when we are taking from x to z, it should be x plus and z plus, no, sir? Is it necessary?
See the parent one also. If parent is not x plus, then you will take that one. Parent is x only, right?
Yeah, sir.
And here
None of the
parental
SU
x
are
plus
x
also.
plus, sir, actually.
That's
Yeah,
right. That's why
none
I'm
of
saying.
the x plus and
Only
z
x.
plus are simultaneously
That's why
possible.
I'm comparing this parent.
So how to take the values?
Then x is x
Okay.
only
So
x.
we can take.
This cannot be included, because this is all minus.
Yeah,
Right.
x minus and z plus could be included. Correct, sir? So it is
X
just
Z.
26 into 58.
Yes. Now this is the
Okay,
correct.
so it is 26 into 58.
Yes.
Okay.
These all will be excluded.
Okay, sir. Understood, sir.
Observation.
Yeah.
Only based on the observed data, you can calculate it. But you should be very aware of this formula. Map distance, gene order, and then coefficient of coincidence. CIC. Sometimes this is asked as a coefficient of coincidence. CC or CIC or C simply. They can give you the various kind of notation, right? Abchika, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So mapping, a lot of hurdle is there, but still we will be able to solve. So let's see the next problem. So that was a beautiful problem, the CSR, and we were able to solve with this all problem. And nowadays they are asking about genetic linkage in the quantitative genetics. So I will tell you later on. But this is not the right time. So now let's come to this point. Effect of nonsense mutation could be nullified by reversion as well as suppression. Which of the following process will have to distinguish between the two kind of revertants? What do you say?
Sir, revert tense in the sense what they mean, sir.
That's what they are asking.
No, sir, they are asking regarding the process. So, what the revert tense here means?
That you should know.
Recombinance?
In which process there is a revertance?
Revert
In the
tense or recombinance?
recombination not possible. Allelism not possible. Transience is not possible. So only the
Complementation.
complementation. Yesterday we have discussed that. Okay. If you remember, I can give you the clue. H plus R minus H minus R plus. And if they are complementing, they become H plus R plus H minus R minus. Right, this is become the wild type. These are the mutants.
Yes, sir.
Mutant 1, mutant 2. So now read that question again. Then they will get the definition. Nonsense mutation could be nullified, right? So here mutants are there and the effect is nullified. Effect is nullified because both the genes are present. Here. Now solve this question. This is beautiful example of what I was talking. Now they are focusing on the statistical part. Now read that question. Akshika, you should also speak out something. Two pure line of corn have mean cob length of 9 inches and cob 1, cob 2. Start writing as soon as you are getting the problem. Right, this is what? Pure line and this is the mean. Okay, what is involved in the state exhibit? Additive gene action. Gene action is how? Additive. Crossing these two lines is expected to produce a progeny population with mean. Earlier we have solved this problem before the Akshika joined. Right, Rajlakshmi? So now they are asking, after both are crossed, what will be the mean cob length? Bolo.
Sir, is
Where
it
is-
option C?
This is option C.
Yes, sir.
Very easy. How you have solved it? I can share
Just
the
add
remote
these
and you
two
can
and
have
divide by
access.
2, sir.
देखो,
That's it.
है ना?
Add these two and divide by 2.
9 plus 3, 1, 2. Because mean is whatever the number are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, divided by total number, 1, 2, 3, 4. So
Yes.
you can 26. In India, there is a great problem of internet. If internet is okay, then everything will run smoothly. Chalo. So the concept of recon was proposed by Penzer. Any idea? No idea.
Sir, Benzos is based on the R2 mutants, and he studied in Drosophila.
Drosophila?
So I think it's option B.
No.
Leo.
That's why I was asking you to make a note
No, Drosophila.
so that you should turn out the pages.
I have written it, sir.
It's not
Yeah, I'm searching, sir.
Akshika, what happened yesterday?
Benzos work is non-permissive. Take K12 lambda infected
Sorry,
with
sir.
R2 mutants.
Yesterday you left earlier, na? Class.
सर एक्चुअली मैंने बताया था ना कि नेट का प्रॉब्लम है,
हाँ,
तो
हाँ।
एक्चुअली अभी मंथ खत्म होने वाला है, तो घर वाले भी इट्स लाइक कि 11 to 11 है मेरा, तो आई वाज थिंकिंग कि वो 10 को भेजेंगे तो आई बाय दैट न्यू
सेम
सिम एंड
हियर।
मॉडेम आल्सो, तो दैट्स व्हाई, क्योंकि अभी मतलब घर से ही मैं क्लास ले रही हूँ इस वीक से ना, तो पूरे दिन में वो नेट पूरा खत्म हो जाता है।
हाँ,
इट्स लाइक कि
Sir,
एमएस
it's
टीम्स में पूरा दिन
lysis,
क्लासेस होते हैं।
lysis
okay.
mutants of bacteriophage.
Yes, great. The option is bacteriophage T4. This is the benefit of note. That's what I want to remind you.
Yeah, it's
If you are having,
bacteriophage, plague formation technique.
if you have the notes, last time revision is very, very important. Because suppose you are working hard, 365 days. In the last moment, you are not going to revise anything. Then you are not going to get any results because your memory, you are running out of your memory. Every data will slip out of your memory. You cannot recollect. So that's the magical point. Have a thick note and write one concept on one page. That's what I can recommend. Because you will get many in the time, practice time, mock test. You get so many examples related to one concept. Then you can note it down here. So you have not to run here and there. So use notes wisely. Now next question. Cis-trans complementation test is carried out to identify. Yesterday we have discussed. Any clue? Just we have discussed this cis-trans complementation.
Sir, I'm not sure, but I think it's option.
And we have started with the concept that mutant A, mutant 1 and mutant 2, and then if you are crossing, then you are getting the wild type, and the mutation is where it is mentioned.
Yeah, no.
Which option it's mentioned?
Okay. Option A. If two mutations are allele connected.
So yes, you forget the concept. Complementation is directly related to the mutants. It starts with the mutants. So how you can say that this is C?
Okay.
No, nothing.
Understood.
Okay, so that is the benefit applying the concept. Now, Akshika, it's okay. An interrupted mating experiment was performed. Note it down. HFR. This is streptomycin sensitive. A plus, B plus, C plus. Yesterday we have discussed, I think, and then F minus, STRR, A minus, B minus, C minus. We are crossing both of them. The genotype of majority of streptomycin resistant exoconjugate after 10, 20, 30 minutes of interactive mating is given below. Best question. Right? 10 minutes, you can observe A plus B minus C. 20 minutes, A plus B minus C plus. 30 minutes, A plus B plus C plus. Within 10 seconds, you have to tell.
Option D, sir.
Option?
D. A,
D.
C,
A, C,
D.
D. Right.
A, C, and D. Yeah, sir.
Yes. This is the right answer. Okay, Akshika, you got that questions?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Why this is ACB?
Because in first 10 minutes A is transformed, and in the
ऐसे
next
बना दो,
10 minutes C is transformed,
plus-
and then last B is transformed.
Now you can make a graph like this, and then you can solve
Yeah.
such problem easily. Within 10
Yeah.
minutes, within 20 minutes C plus only, and within 30 minutes B plus. Okay, so easily you can draw the order A plus, C plus, B.
B plus.
And no one can mark wrong. Now you can see this problem. CSIR has asked about the heritability coefficient h square. Okay, that if you remember, the first question was related to the heritability coefficient, that is h square 0.4. The total variance and phenotypic character can be split into two components, genetic, VG and environmental. And the heritability of phenotype can be expressed quantitatively as a heritability coefficient square, which is calculated as h square is equal to which formula? So always you can remember that in this linkage mapping, always this is additive. All the characters are additive, right? So we are calculating the RF, and simply RF can be written as a heritability coefficient. RF means recombinant frequency. So very similar to recombinant frequency, this is the heritability coefficient that can be expressed as any one character frequency, either VG or VE upon total. So that's it. You got the point? Note it down in your notebook. Anywhere, make this habit. Anywhere you are taking the classes, make a special notes, and leave a large number of gaps. One concept at one pace. So in the future, you will find a lot of data, then you have no option to add if you are filling all the pages. Otherwise, you have a space to fill the gap, and that will be the best note. One day, suppose you are studying 2 years constantly, right? So toppers are not doing the things great. They are managing the things greatly. Is it clear, Akshika, Rajlakshmi?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now read this question. In E. coli, 4 HFR strain donate the following genetic marker in the order shown below: strain 1 LQWXY, strain 2 MTATY, strain 3 ECMTA, strain 4 WQLEC. Which of the following depicts the correct order of marker and site of integration of the F factor in all 4 HFR strains? How will you catch up and how will you solve this question within 10 seconds? Read the question again. Which of the following depicts correct order of marker and the site of integration? So you have to prepare a linear of everything. For example, take what is the common, where you can find the common. XY is common? No. QW is common here. QW is common here, right? Okay. So strain 4. Start with the strain 4. WQ LEC, but strain 1 is showing reverse order, na? L, Q, W, X, Y. Correct? Now you are getting some hint? Yes or no? So now what is the next common? LE. LE, you can see, na? LE. Right? LE. And here also you got the L. Here you got the E. So now take the strain 3. Starting with the E, C, M, T, A. And then only one strain left, that is 2. 2 starts with M, T, A, D, Y. Now I think this is solved. Alright. So which is the first gene? Because here you can see this common thing, na? Y. Y is ending here, Y is starting here. first thing you can exclude this straight line. Always this type of problem you can see when there are opposite. है ना? So just start with the B. Because only two options can be correct, either B or C, right? So we can exclude this 1 and 4. Now take stain 1. Stain 1 here is giving, starting with the L. And here stain 1 is starting with the Y. So easily you can catch this is correct. Got the point? According to your formula, but correct option is B, not C. Okay. So you have to look out. Stain 4. Oh, this is starting with like this. WQ LEC. Okay, and then stain 4. Stain 4. What we have written? WQ LEC. This was stain 4. Stain 1, and then YX WQ L. Start with the L. Yes, this was no. Start with the L. Arrow should be like this. Yes, this is correct. This is wrong, right? LQ WX1 यहाँ तक हो गया. ठीक है, पकड़ में आ गई बात. Now see for the stain 3. Stain 3 starts with the ECMTA. ठीक है, यहां तक आ गया. Right? And in stain 2, this is stain 2 starting with the M. So MTADY. So this is the correct order. Means every gene is arranged according to the given plan. Any doubt in this question? Any doubt? Any clarity you want? Akshika, Rajlakshmi, still solving.
Sir, can we do it without arranging it with overlapping? So seeing the overlapping.
No, you cannot do it.
Without you.
No, without overlapping you cannot solve it.
Okay.
You have to overlap it.
Okay.
Then because they are asking the exact sequence, na? So gene always transferred in the order. So what is the order they are asking? So there are 4 stains and you have to match the sequence. And after matching only, then you can decide the direction. So according to direction, you can make the circular plasmid. Okay. So plasmid always transferring in the rolling circle model. Is there, na? Always.
Understood.
You have to make the circular diagram. Archika, is it okay? If any doubt, you can ask. Ask this question, solve this question. This is RFLP pattern, right? Observe for two pure parental line P1, P2, and the F1 progeny is represented below. For the P1 plant had red flowers, while the P2 had white flower. F1 progeny was back crossed to across 2 equalize strain B. Following 2 experiments were carried out. E. coli K cells were simultaneously infected with R2 mutant. कल हमने डिस्कस भी किया था स्टडी में डिस्कस दिस. Several block with wild type morphology were found, right? In experiment 2, E. coli B cells were simultaneously infected with same mutants as above. T4 phases were isolated from the resulting plaques and used to infect E. coli K cells. Few plaques were found, right? So what is the correct conclusion they are asking regarding the R2 mutant A minus B minus from the above experiment? You got the question? So exactly, if you'll see this, this was the experiment of Benger, which was working, and they concluded that what is the gene? They defining the gene. So they found that there may be cis position, there may be gene in the trans position, right? So if the gene is in the trans position, they can form the recombinants. If the gene is in the cis position, they cannot form the recombinant. So in the experiment 1, experiment 2, you have to see whether this is a cis or there is a trans. The cis will be there, though there will be no changes. And if the trans, then there will be changes. So in the first experiment, you can see several plaques were formed because they were kind of mutants. So in second, there was a few plaques with wild type morphology. Wild type morphology means maybe cis. Okay, 2 different systems. It may be transposition. It may be transposition because few plaques earlier this was a several plaques, right? So the most correct option may be B. Listen, A minus B minus belong to 2 different systems. That's why they were recombining and then. Right? They recommend experiment 1. They recommend experiment 2. Recombine the experiment 2 में होगा. First में तो different system है, right? That's why B should be correct. What do you say? है ना? Akshika? Knowledge there?
Sir, actually I'm getting disconnected again and again, and it's not like
focus नहीं कर पा रहा.
continuous sequence.
Rajlakshmi, is it okay?
Yeah, sir.
Sir, even बीच में तो it's like कि आपकी आवाज सुन रही है but दिख कुछ भी नहीं रहा
है. इंटरनेट की प्रॉब्लम हो रही है क्या? रुक जाओ तो. Just by signal. Because sometimes signal are very weak, na? Now, I think it's okay now. So चलो, वो इसीलिए कह रहा है unmute रखो ना. Keep yourself unmuted form. So that constantly, है ना? We can discuss. Now solve this question. DNA from a strain of bacteria with genotype A plus, B plus, C plus, D plus, E plus was isolated and used to transform a strain of bacteria that was A minus, B minus, C minus, D minus, E minus transformed cell were tested for the presence of donated genes. The following genes were found to be co-transformed. A plus, D plus, B plus, E plus, C plus, D plus, C plus, E plus. So what will be the order of gene on the bacterial chromosome? How will you make this? Transform strain bacteria that A minus, B minus, C minus, D minus. Clear. So transform cell were tested for the presence of donated genes. So in the P, this was, make the graph. A plus, D plus, this was the P. Q, B plus, E plus. And then C, then R, na? And then S. In the R, this was a C plus D plus. And S, this was a C plus and E plus. Now they are asking the order of the gene. So can you go for the overlapping sequence? Am I audible to you, Rajlakshmi?
Yeah, sir. Yeah, sir.
So how we can arrange this? So very similar to that. Earlier we solved for the plasmid. Na? So now you can arrange for one for first. Now make the overlapping sequence. That is the only clue. A plus D plus, right? Now
Sir,
start with
the
the
answer is option B, sir. A, D, C, E, B.
right. And you have to tell how you have solved.
Yeah, sir. A and D and C and D is overlapping with D. So AD, it comes as DC. AD, DC. And then in DC and CE is overlapping with C. So DC, CE. And C is overlapping with EB. So it is CEEB. So the order is AD, CEB.
AD, C, E, and then EB. Yes. Right. Correct.
Yeah, sir.
Now you learn the concept well, and you can apply the overlapping concept. Without any doubt, you can apply this concept. Now this is more hectic, more lengthy questions in there. Now you have to study. A co-transaction experiment was performed to decipher the linear order of 4 gene A, B, C, D. 3 of experiments were done where transactions were selected for set 1, set 2, set 3. And then screening for co-transaction of the other marker were done. Based on the frequencies shown above, identify most likely order in the gene. So I think you have to arrange the frequency, A, D, B, C. A frequency is 0, okay? So just write down from 0, and then 3, but this is 48. ADBC. This is A. How this is ADBC? 0 फिर C आना चाहिए ना. अच्छा एक बार C तो कहीं दिया नहीं. Frequency is 3. Right. And then D frequency is 43. ADBC. B lowest 31.
Sir, yeah, sir. I did it with overlapping based on the frequency, sir.
Okay.
So I got the ADBC sequence. So based on the frequency, in set A, set 189, that is AD is of higher frequency, so that I have arranged it near. And AB is of lesser frequency, so I have arranged it A, and I have left a gap for B, and then I have written B.
Right. Correct.
So and then the lesser frequency of AC, I have written like that.
A, C.
I don't know if it's right or wrong.
It's right. It's right. It's correct.
Okay, sir.
So A, B, B, C. Okay, according to frequency, you can arrange by overlapping, right?
Yeah, sir.
चलो आज का लेक्चर यही करते हैं खत्म. Tomorrow we'll discuss some statistical part So try to read a little bit because that will not be heavy. We'll discuss today a lot of things. So tomorrow I'm planning to, because already tomorrow I should share you what I am going to tell you, mean, mode, median, variance. And this question was asked in the CSIR. They have given the 3 diagrams, right? So according to correlation, you have to define which one is showing the strong correlation, which is not showing the no correlation between the height and height of twin 2 to height of twin 1. So this is the graphical explanation, and this was the broad sensor heritability, what I was discussing. So narrow sensor heritability was that, and you can define this as a Vg by Vx ratio, right? And that is the H square is the heritability index, varies from 0 to 1. Okay, if H square is 0, it means there is no genetic variation because of environmental effect. So this is a narrow sensor heritability. You can see we are calculating the total, right? So taking the count of Vg only upon the Vg plus Ve. V means environmental effect and change in the overall genetics. So 12 by 12 plus 24, so it's become 0.33. Sometimes they can give you the data and they have to calculate. So you should know the meaning of Vg and Ve. Okay, so this is the also called as the Vx or phenotypic variance. They can ask you to calculate the phenotypic variance. So they can give you the data of Vg, they can give you the data of V, just you have to calculate them to find out the phenotypic variance, because heritability index is proportional to phenotypic variance. So tomorrow I am going to discuss with you all these formula calculation about the LOD score and mapping projects, linkage mapping, and how you are going to apply this your knowledge of mean, mode, median, and then different type of QTL, different type of software. This is quite advanced, but I will keep it in the brief only according to your requirement. Okay, so just read it out about the LOD score, then it will be easy to understand tomorrow. And you should give at least 1 hour after the class to read out whatever the notes has been uploaded or given to you, or whatever the material you have. Got my point? That will be easy for you.
Okay, sir.
Because exactly the picture is very clear where you are lacking after the class. So that's a kind of that can be very useful for you. The basic of biostatic, if you want, I can just give you the recap. Here I have slide. So this kind of data can be given in the CSIR. For example, number of patients. Then how you can give you the meaningful data. What is the meaningful data? How you can take out the meaning? Medicine 100, surgery 88, ENT 54, ophthalmology. So you are not, this is only the data. You have to categorize them. So suppose you are getting the data like this, blood group A and the frequency 6 and percentage, individual having, then there is some meaning coming out. So you should know how to arrange the data first before going for the statistical calculation. So if you have the data, you can apply your mean, mid, median. So these are the different kind of tabular presentation, and you must learn how to arrange. For example, this is given. Suppose an experiment is done to find out the cause of lung cancer among the smokers and non-smokers. So what you can see here, Akshika is there. She is very passionate to learn, and because of no problem, she will get the video.
No, sir. Internet connection, I think. She's not here.
So data is seeing everything. So you can see data is seeing everything. The smoker percentage is very high. right? They are positive. While non-smoker percentage is very high here. Lung cancer negative data is here, and this is a positive data here. So what you can conclude from the data, that is smokers who are smoking, they have high chances of lung cancer. Clear? So you should know how to take meaning out of. So there are various kind of, this is very important part in the CSIR, because nowadays since research is very important, so they are more and more focusing on the asking the question from the graphical and tabular presentation, because most of the students are just mugging up the concept, theoretical concept, and they don't know how to apply, or they don't know the actual logic. Just they are qualifying by chance. So they cannot be called as a fit for the research. That's why the CSIR examination, I can give you the term. Histogram, frequency polygon, frequency curve, line chart, scatter chart. Or the qualitative term, best is bar diagram, pie, or spot map. So we'll learn a little bit here. We can learn, this is the bar diagram, right? Bar diagram is definitely like this, and bar diagram you can represent also like this. In the chart form, you can see bar chart. You can express like this also. Pie diagram is this, where clearly you can observe that what is the actual percentage. This is expression by 100% always, and this is divided into the components. So easily you can locate out what is the exact percentage of, you can figure out what is the exact percent of incidence. Incidence can be, this is a qualitative expression only, not for the quantitative purpose. Okay, and histogram you can see like this. Frequency polygon are always represented in the line, can be represented in the line form, and always this is midpoint which is taken in the frequency polygon. Okay, so the center of histogram is always taken. Scatter diagram is very, very important. CSIR is going to ask many times, because whatever the this dots you are getting, this is the mean data. So you can see the graph is plotted between the number of deaths and mean weekly temperature. So now you can correlate if there is a effect of temperature or not. And how you can measure the central tendency? You can measure the central tendency by arithmetic mean, mode, and median. Mean is the average. Always you can, everyone is knowing how to calculate it. And median, this is the middle value. Depends on the data is odd or even. All right. So the rank for median you can calculate by n plus 1 by 2 if the number of observation is odd. And if the number of observation is even, then just simply divide by 2 and you will get the median value. What is the most frequently occurring? Suppose 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 is more frequent data, so mode will be 1. Okay, what is the measure of dispersion? Measure of dispersion can be 3 types: range, standard deviation, and coefficient of variation, right? So what is the measure of dispersion? Range, this is the difference between the largest and smallest value. Disadvantage, based only on 2 of the observation, we give no idea of how the other observations are arranged between the 2. What is the standard deviation? The average is spread of data around the mean. Average deviation from the mean, SG is equal to average mean minus x 2 upon n minus 1. So always you should know the mean, okay, mean value, and then you can select any data x and then take out the difference upon multiplied by 2, right, and then take the under root and divide by n minus 1. Okay, what is the measure of dispersion? Coefficient of variation. Coefficient of variation is the standard deviation as a percentage of sample mean. So if you have the value standard deviation and then mean, easily you can calculate the coefficient of variation, because this is the formula. According to formula, standard deviation upon mean into 100 is the coefficient of variation. Standard deviation upon mean. Always keeping mind. Standard deviation upon mean into 100. This is the coefficient of variation. What is the inferential statistic? Now this is very important because you are talking about the hypothesis testing and estimation. So suppose there is a population and you are drawing a sample of the data, and then with the help of a statistic we are going to take out the inference. Inference may be based on the hypothesis testing. So suppose you are taking a drug. So the effect may be because of drug or effect may not be because of drug. So there will be two hypotheses, right? Always. And you can take out the testing of these two hypotheses as a null hypothesis, a hypothesis of no difference, and alternative hypothesis of significant difference. So based on this hypothesis, you have to evaluate the data, you have to collect the data, you have to calculate the mean, standard deviation, coefficient of variation, everything, and that is called as the descriptive statistic. And then you have to go for the testing based on the null hypothesis or alternative hypothesis. What is the hypothesis testing? Null hypothesis means there is no observed difference, and if there is no difference, then there is no sampling error. If there is a large number of difference, then this will be because of sampling error. For example, COVID-19 vaccination, you can take the example. There is no difference in the incidence of COVID-19 between vaccinated and non-vaccinated children. Then what we can conclude? We have to apply either null hypothesis or alternative hypothesis. If there is no difference in the incidence, then you can apply the null hypothesis. And if there is a large difference, then alternative hypothesis will be applied, right? So a test of significance can tell you the better idea of this hypothesis testing. This is the tool of hypothesis testing, that is called the Z-test, t-test, chi-square test. These are basically most commonly applied testing tool that which one hypothesis is correct. Null hypothesis is correct or alternative hypothesis is correct. For example, how to take the decision. So accept and reject. Reject the hypothesis. So accept hypothesis if H is true or H is false, and reject the hypothesis if H is true but type 1 error is there, and then you can take the decision based on error. What is the p-value? P-value always varies between 0.05 to 0.01. Which is the best? 0.01 is the best. Why this is highly significant and best? Because this is the very marginal error is there. 0.01 very marginal error. While if this is more or less like 0.001, 0.05, this is highly significant than the 0.01. So that's why the range is there, 0.05 and 0.01. And then if you see the confidence interval lies between the two parameters. For example, 10 to 30, right? So that can be an interval, 10 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50 is, for example. So a person can have a different person can have different age, right? So you can make a interval or range. Confidence level, the degree of assurance for an interval to contain the value of the parameters. And what is the test of significance? There may be two tests of significance, parametric and non-parametric. And what is the parametric? Based on the specific distribution such as Gaussian curve is calculated. And then non-parametric, not based on any particular parameter such as mean. So used when underlying distribution is far from the Gaussian and applicable to almost all level of distribution and when the sample size is small. What is the test of significance? Parametric test. Parametric test is equivalent t-test, z-test, ANOVA test, and Pearson correlation. What is the non-parametric test? A lot of non-parametric tests can be applied in the survey mostly. For example, chi-square test, paired t-test, Wilcoxon sign rank test, Spearman's rank correlation, P, ANCOVA, and Kriskal-Wallis test. That is non-parametric. Okay, and parametric test, t-test when is applied. T-test is applied when there is an independent comparison of, you have to make the independent samples and we want to compare it well, right? And t-test for paired observation, test the difference between paired observation and parametric test ANOVA when is applied, when you have to compare the several groups. Pearson correlation when it is applied, when you have to quantify linear relation between two variables, test the association between two qualitative variables. So sampling, you can take different kind of samples in the population, right? So small sample, it may be small sample, it may be large sample. Large sample, so high accuracy, right? So, but a small sample is some kinds of error. Sampling random error may be there and systematic error may be there because of increased sample size, and there may be random error. And systematic error may be because of selection criteria, deviation in the any factor. For example, patient selection criteria may vary. So sampling may be precision, may be accurate. So when this is accurate, the degree to which variable actually represents the true value. And it is also part of systematic error. Precision, the degree to which a variable has the same value when measured several times. It is a function of random error. So there are 4 procedures that could be used for calculating sample size. Use a formula, ready-made table, nomograms, and computer software. Okay. So you can see such kind of examples. But tomorrow we will be discussing more specific about the calculation part, that is called the experimental statistic. So you can see this is the summary of experimental statistic, descriptive studies, and then analytical studies. Descriptive studies is conducted over the population, it may be conducted by individual. So you have to go for the all the parametric, non-parametric testing, and then you can apply the hypothesis, and then you can test based on the p-value, right? So there may be various kind of study conducted, cross-sectional study, cohort study, case control study. That is very important in the case of biological study. Okay, so it can include many things like age, gender, body mass index, smoking status, marital status. Okay, so case control. Always, for example, COVID-19 infection, if you want to study without any doing experiment, just you can plan, and then you can float a survey among the exposed person and then an unexposed person, and you can count the number of cases against the control. And based on that, you can correlate, and you can give the data, and you can publish very good article in the journals, and they are not going to deny, because statistically you have find out what is the strength of case control study, useful for studying rare conditions, short duration. You can complete it in very short time. There is no cost involved, and this is useful for generating hypothesis. Suppose in the coming era there is a high need of kind of vaccination, and many people are now working in the many students, biotech students are working in the field of, they want to work on the field of vaccines. So scientists have no clue how to go for this design, how to we should design. So if you have floated this study, case study, and then you can plan well, and there will be very less cost involved without any, you will get the 100% results without incurring much cost. What is the weakness? There may be some biasness, and that can be controlled, so that can affect the results. Okay, so mostly in the PhD we are performing the experimental study, and we are performing some design based on the control, based on the manipulation, randomization. So based on that we are conducting experimental design various study. For example, I have studied this factorial, and then sometime post randomized block mostly I have used, factorial I have used, right? So you can conduct any, you can select any one of them. So these all have a difference. I'm not going into the detail. Okay, so you can see they have applied the for a drug that is used for mouth care.